How y'all doing? I know I said I wanted to make I know I said I was gonna take a break and shit, but shit, I catch myself like think about this shit all the time, cause I did a lot of deep research, and this is just kind of like depression or like just anger within me that goes, cause I'm not even supposed to be making this video. I'm supposed to be like just chilling, focusing on my motherfucking self, and I just spilled some fucking water. I'm gonna just get even more pissed, cause I just fucking. But anyway, let's get straight to it. I'm not even supposed to be making this. Like I said before, um, I'm like I said. Sometimes it just wanders my mind. When you look at all the bad shit that's happening and it continues to happen, like rape, sexual assault, and all this shit, and sex trafficking, all the sex trafficking, bro. If y'all look up, I don't know how many people get sex trafficked, but I know it's like 100, at least 100. I don't even wanna really know, bro. Sometimes like I don't even wanna know like shit, like bro. I wish this shit never happened. And it's sad to say that we gotta be the change. Like we gotta really educate ourselves and do the research and be like, okay, they doing this and all these $1 billion companies and shit like this. Like I gotta take this shit in every day. Every day I wake up, I gotta take this shit in. Some days I'm not focusing on it. I just now not focusing on it. I just now kind of like made peace with it. It took me over a year, like bro, just doing these deep research, bro. Like it's very depressing and it's very sad because I always ask God like why, like I don't get it. I just don't get it. All these what the fuck? I'm loud as hell. Anyways, I just don't get it. I was talking loud because I had my headphones and I got one out though. I just don't get all these women that's getting raped and shit like that. Like, what kind of God would let all this shit happen? All this badass shit. Like, I mean, I know it was supposed to be December 21st yesterday. Where it was yesterday, but I hope it was. I hope some spiritual aspect is just cleansed the earth. I hope. It's really been just a tough year, and just with Corona and shit like that. I feel like the government is doesn't care about this topic. The government doesn't care about this world. It's always something going on, like with the government. It's always some type of some. It's always somebody dying. It's always a virus. It's all, bruh. For the last couple of years, it's been some type of virus, bro. Like for the last 6 years, bro. It was Ebola. I remember it was Ebola. Then it's always some bullshit like the Spanish flu or the. It's always some bullshit. People is dying off medical drugs. They don't know what the fuck. Bro. They don't want to heal us, bro. They like eternally like. They want us to keep buying prescription drugs, but the prescription drugs is basically killing people. It's killing. I think it killed like 1 million people a year. You can Google it, but I mean it kills people, bro. Like, so what you think this vaccine gonna do? I don't know. I ain't gonna get into all the chip and shit like that because I really don't know too much of shit about it. I just heard people say they trying to put chips in us and all this shit. I'm not getting no vaccine. What the fuck we need a vaccine if we not sick? I haven't been sick this whole time except one time, and I feel like, bro, it's just bullshit, bro. Like the fuck, bro. Shit like this is created. Viruses like this are created. It's not just fucking like just come up with all this badass food to give us all these badass diseases, diabetes, and all this shit, bro. They want to keep us so goddamn dumb. It don't make no damn sense. I honestly don't give a fuck, bro. Sometimes, bro, I don't want to be here, and that's just the honest to God truth. Cause all the bad shit, like once you learn about all the bad shit, you will feel the same way. Cause it's like why? Cause it's like when you program at a young age to like just do dumb shit and just not really when we growing up like as kids, bro, you were never taught in school like to really love yourself or really like how to deal with anxiety, stress, depression, and all this shit. You know what they would tell you to do? Oh, something wrong with you, you need to go take some medicine. When you could just sit there and meditate. They don't teach meditation in school. It's, I won't say it's a cure for depression or anything, but I feel like it's a big peaceful part in anxiety and stuff like that. They don't teach us, bro. They just want us to take medicine and just keep working. All this school and all this bullshit, it's nothing but bullshit. It's nothing but bullshit. Is none of this shit really teaches us something to, like, why would they force history? I don't give a fuck what happened 100 years ago if it ain't good, bro. Like, all they teach about is black slavery and Abraham. I could care. I don't care. I never care, bro. I learned the black history at some point in my life. I read this shit in books or whatever. Cause I heard the true black history is in books outside of school. And even I saw a celebrity, what's her name, Tiffany, and she was talking about she saw some books outside of school what she had to really learn the black history, but she probably couldn't say too much because you know how the government and them do. They don't give a fuck about none of this shit. All these women getting raped and all this shit. Because you know why they don't give a fuck? Because it's like the big ass companies. They all in cahoots with each other. They're all devil worshippers. I think they devil worshippers, bro. They all devil worshippers that don't give a fuck about this world. And just, I mean, come on, that's just what it is, bro. All these women getting raped and shit like that and sex trafficked. Half of these women is getting forced, if not half, all of these women are getting forced in porn, and they profit off of, they, if you ask me, they profit more off women getting abused in porn and shit like that. That gets millions of views, or just like 10 million or shit like that. They make way more money off them than just videos. You know what I'm saying? Or they might not even make as much as like just the little other scene porn, like the little fantasy. Oh, it's all type of shit. But they make millions of dollars off this shit. They make millions of dollars off this shit. People applying memberships, bro. They turn their niggas to simps. They want niggas to be looking at porn 24/7, jacking out 24/7. They don't want you to be uh with a real female, or if you a girl with a real male. They don't want you to be doing that. They want you to buy sex toys. They want you to do all this different shit that's taking you away from what you really want. That's all they do, and they don't tell you this, but I mean, it's just the honest to God the truth. It's just it's tough, and we gotta just. I mean, I need other people, cause I know y'all probably look at my videos and y'all be looking at me and shit like that. I know one of my videos went viral. It had like 9,000. That's the only reason I'm still making videos today, because I feel like my message is being spread. You know what I'm saying? But I love y'all, man. Y'all my people. I just kind of find myself question myself, like, well, not question myself, but question God, like, why would He let us go through all this bullshit? Cause it's nothing but bullshit. I just feel like it's pointless sometimes, but we all have those negative thoughts. But I just wanted to come on, y'all. We need to, cause I mean, a lot of people quarantine. You guys can spread the message about all these women that's getting raped and sex trafficked, forced into porn, have been sexually abused, and all this bullshit. Like, it's just nothing but bullshit going on. It's nothing but bullshit. I know I said I'm gonna take an information break, but I just got mad and just started doing research. Like, why the fuck is this shit happening? There's some questions I just don't have answer. Like, who owns the porn industry? I haven't found out who owns that shit, because I don't know. If you ask me, bro, they all evil. Like, I just feel like the whole porn industry is just evil. I wouldn't probably say the whole, but like, bro, they just they if they can make money off of you, bro, they can just. Like, I don't know, bro. I really don't know. I can't really speak for every woman that's probably in the porn industry, but some of them videos, bro, you can tell they hardcore shit. You can tell they, like, come on now, y'all know what's going on. And shit, there's billions of niggas that just watch porn and shit like that, and I can't talk about this with my people, or like, yeah, just my people, or my closest buddies, or my brothers, so-called brothers, except for like one of them, because they don't get it. They don't give a fuck. They only focus on themselves. They don't. I mean, come on now. It's just what it is. Not everybody. I care for everybody, and I feel like, man, it's a big ass problem, and all the females that's getting sex trafficked. It's probably not. It's not even just females. It's males getting sex trafficked and all this shit forced into porn. It's just now coming out, but. That's why I feel like all these pedophiles niggas that be snatching these kids up at a young age. I feel like some of them be forced into porn, or at least half of them. And I feel like some of them get like hired by porn industries or somebody, and some of them just do it for their own bidding, like to kidnap kids and molest kids and rape kids and all this bullshit. Like, we need, like, I made a video on this, bro, and it just. I do the research, I do the deep digging, and it kind of just crushes my heart to really understand, like, the reality we live in, and why I just don't get why God would just let us go through all this shit. And I feel, if you ask me, I feel like nobody, like, come on now, like, ain't nobody finna come save our ass, man. I'm not trying to, like, force no beliefs and shit. I'm kind of Christian. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I am, but I just, all this bad shit, all these women that get sex trafficked, they don't talk about this shit in church. All the women, they might say something about rape and shit like that, but I feel like, bro, it's a big ass problem that's not really talked about. The government, the president and them, they just focused on like coronavirus and all this shit. All the women get raped. They don't give a fuck about none of this shit. They don't give a fuck about none of these pedophiles. They don't give a fuck about. They don't give a fuck about, like, you know what I'm saying. I just heard about Jeffrey Epstein. I didn't too much digging, because That's some dark ass shit. Some shit I'd rather just not know, bro. Like I'd rather just not know. Well, I would, but in a sense, I wouldn't because I feel that pain. Like, damn, bro. Like, damn, he did that to people, and it's like, bro, it's depressing, bro. When you find out all the bad shit about the world, like I said, it's depressing. It could be depressing at times, and it's fucked up. But that's why I preach so much about like stop watching porn and shit like that, because you basically are, when you watching that shit, especially like the hardcore and shit like that. Some of the women, they are raped, bro. Like, come on now, like they're seriously raped. Some of them are trafficked, forced into porn, and porn like act like I don't know, bro. They just they're a hundred. I think like I said, but one of my previous videos, they're like $100 billion company, but just what it is, man. They just, and I gotta wake up every day. Could have been somebody. It could have been a woman raped today or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? It just, and they will probably remember that for the rest of their life, and it just sucks, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause it just sucks the world we live in where women are so sexualized and everything's so sexualized. Every time you turn on Instagram, it's sexualized and all this shit, bro. And majority, bro, I'll guarantee you 99% of the people that I had around me right now, my family included, 99% of my family, they don't give a fuck. Like I haven't talked about this shit with them, but I just feel like, in a way they don't understand. But I was just playing Call of Duty, but I feel like in a way they don't understand like what's really going on, because everybody's so focused on the news, everybody's so focused on this COVID situation and shit, and people got bills and all this, all type of like real distraction that take you away from all the bad shit, like all the badass problems that need to be fixed, like, okay, like sex trafficking and rape. Why we need to figure out like why people do this type of stuff, like raping and sex traffic people. We already kind of know what sex trafficking, but the raping and all this, the pedophilia and all this shit, we need to find a way to, we need to get a system for niggas, for people that's just like that in general, and figure out the fuck they going on their brain and fix that shit, because this shit keep happening, bro. Niggas, like, come on now, niggas is keep, it's women raping niggas too. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said people, because they just don't really show like women. It's women out here raping niggas. For me, if I was young and an older woman like 20 or something like that tried to fuck, if she wanted me to fuck her, I would, and I'm like 10, I would have did it. I ain't even gonna lie, I would have did it. But it's a big problem, bro. Like I said before, just questions the government don't really give a fuck. They got their own little agendas and whatever. They pushing the fuck out of this corona, the election. They push the fuck out of that shit. They don't really talk about the sex trafficking and all this shit and the devil worshiping. Why would they should ban devil worshiping? That's why they gotta be the devil worshiping ass niggas, and they call out aliens and shit, bro. They probably been here, bro. I'm not focused on none of that shit. I just been focused on like myself and just people like with sexual dysfunctions and all that shit. That's all. That's kind of in my field, you know. Well, that's basically in my field, and just getting people to a healthy state of sexuality. Just create your own purpose, you know what I'm saying? But I just we need other people like me, or just better. You could be better than me. Shit, sky's the limit for you guys. Especially when you speaking up on this shit, and how can we prevent it? You know what I'm saying? It's just, it fucking sucks. Like, this whole system, this whole construct of living, paying bills and all this shit must go down. It must go down, because, and all this porn and all, everything should be shut down. The internet, like, one of our biggest helping tools has been the internet and smartphones and shit like that, and it's become our like biggest addictive thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm playing a game. I would rather play more video games. Since video games and technology, bro, we gotta get the fuck off technology. We gotta get the fuck off the news and just, come on now, we gotta help each other. But everybody's so divided. Everybody ain't got shit. Like, we gotta pay for food. We gotta pay for clean water, bro. Like, that shit. We gotta pay for clean water. The government think we not shit to the government unless we work for something, unless we slave for they motherfucking ass. This is Barbie. This is basically slave. We not shit to them unless we work for us, or unless we work for them. Like, bro, just think about it. We gotta pay for clean water. Like, that shit don't make no sense. Nobody else wants to talk about this. Everybody just so fucking. It's majority of your family and people just around you just lost. I was lost too, but I'm starting to just look at shit for what it is, and like porn and shit like that. I started to see what it really is now. I went through a lot of like anxiety and depression with that shit, like just withdrawals, because I was addicted, you know. And you know what I'm saying, like, people And then you always got, everybody got something to say, but I just wanted to I make these videos. I know motherfuckers probably be making fun of me or whatever. Even like my closest buddy, they alive, they'll get a kiki ha ha. They ain't shit. Like 99% of them people, they not shit. They lost. They so lost in this motherfucking world, but it don't make no sense. But I just wanted to vent to y'all. Like I said, I hope y'all been having a good day. Just take some time out to meditate or whatever. I gotta meditate, man, and I'm out.